Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for another edition of NSR Wrestling. I'm Peck.
I'm Chris.
And we're here to talk about wrestling getting a bad rap and wrestling getting famous for everything that isn't wrestling.
Don't you hate a bum rap, you know?
I do. Case number one. Why is Fandango so over? I don't get it. I just don't get it.
It makes me mad because the Disco Inferno is still wrestling, and he doesn't deserve this.
And I squint, and I'm still not 100% positive, even though I've been told that that is not Justin Gabriel. I still think it is.
What is the gimmick again?
I'm not sure. It's kind of like a Dancing with the Stars guy that wrestles. But you know what makes me even more mad? They had this beautiful brunette ballet dancer with him. She was quiet, she was normal, and then they replaced her with a blonde skank who does not have a good face. Otherwise, she would have been an upgrade.
Mm-hmm. That's always the problem, isn't it?
And, like, I don't know. People are just, they're humming the theme song, and it's on the news, and it's YouTube. It's like, this isn't wrestling, though. This is entertainment.
But I guarantee you they're going to squash this in like a month. Or wasn't this like the Zack Ryder thing where that was like, oh, this is the best, and then like a month later?
The Zack Ryder thing was actually where they listened to the fans and then turned their back on the fans and showed them that they have the power.
Well, here's how you get Fandango over even more. You put Zeb Coulter in the feud. That's what you do, and I'll tell you why. Because he's like that phobe. He's like that phobia of like foreign people. Isn't Fandango like Mexican or something? I don't watch this.
You could have Zeb Coulter be anti-homosexual and have him go after Fandango.
Something like that, or just anti whatever his ethnicity is.
And
just,
a little ballerina.
Yeah, and as soon as he starts dancing, like Zeb Coulter comes up behind him and starts choking him.
Actually, the only problem with that is I'm pretty sure that Jack Swagger, after this upcoming pay-per-view, is going to go away for a little while.
Jack Swagger's awful. He can go away forever. Zeb Coulter needs he needs another guy that's with him that he can manage.
People.
I know, and I'm sure Zeb Coulter could probably still wrestle. I'd rather see Zeb Coulter wrestle. God bless him.
You know what? Our friend Brandon Petrie that does the show with us, he actually had the best comment of all about the pay-per-view, WrestleMania. He said, honestly, the Jack Swagger Del Rio match, I would have been more interested in watching Zeb Coulter face Ricardo Rodriguez than actually seeing those two fight for the world title.
And
I don't care.
Isn't that the problem today? Like, they don't know how to talk, and there's no identity. There's no concept of getting your gimmick over. The old guys know how to do that, and some people just naturally have it, but these young guys have no clue.
Well, the other problem I have is, why do you have to have everything be associated with a celebrity to get people to care?
I know.
I mean, you whore out The Rock for his movies, which, you know, some of them are hits, some of them are misses, and then
that's life.
You have Maria Menounos and Duck Bob Backlund, regardless of their professional relationship or what, it's still stupid.
Who's Maria Menounos?
She's a
keep hearing about this girl, and I'm like, I have no idea who this is.
And Donald Trump being in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry, at least Pete Rose took 3 tombstones and earned his way in there.
Trump just showed up.
Trump had one match that he was a part of.
I guess they figure because he hosted Mania a couple of years that people...
I don't know. It's so dumb.
Where's Bobby Heenan when you need him?
And then you look at TNA doing the same thing, but they do things 3 months too late. And remember when they brought in Brandon Jacobs, the running back for the Giants, 2 months after the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's like, what?
It's like the game's already over.
They're always Johnny come lately. We were just talking about that on one of our last podcasts about bringing in talent that, it's too late or no one cares about or bad promotions. It's just bad promotion.
Yeah, or WWE used to go for shock value. Like, you remember when The Undertaker put Stone Cold on a cross?
Yeah.
Yeah, granted, that backfired a little bit, but it got them a lot of viewership from it.
Well, it's coming from Brandon saying that the Attitude Era was garbage. How dare he? It might have been garbage to a degree, but you can't not take away from the good wrestling.
Here's what I'll say. I will say that the Attitude Era
was shock value.
Below the mid-card was garbage.
Yeah.
But if you look at mid-card to main event, you cannot call it garbage.
No.
You can't, because you would still have a good traditional wrestling match, but there'd just be a little more brawling outside the ring. You can't tell me that The Undertaker versus Bret Hart at SummerSlam wasn't a great match. There were a couple of chair spots involved, but except for those, it was basically a normal, standard match.
Oh, yeah, WWE at the time was having better main events than WCW, because WCW would do that, we're going to have it, but then someone's going to interfere 10 minutes in or 20 minutes in and ruin it.
Yeah, and WWF didn't resort to a taser. You remember the infamous Goldberg taser loss?
That was bad.
Yeah. Or, we always hear about wrestlers getting in the news for drug problems, DUIs, things like that. And it's like, a lot of them aren't like that. They really aren't. Steroid convictions.
I know.
And it makes the whole business look bad, which and another reason, that's why we questioned Bruno going back, because he acts like, I was assured that they cleaned this all up. It's not a problem now. Yeah, Jack Swagger just got a DUI and had weed in his car, and you're telling me drugs aren't a problem in wrestling anymore?
Wake up, Bruno. Ugh, that whole situation was frustrating, and I just...
And just the things that they do. Like, I remember you remember the one match they had? They brought in 2 actors to have Rosie O'Donnell versus Donald Trump.
Yeah, why?
I mean, it's not wrestling. It's not.
But see, they don't ever get better. You see, this is the problem with them. They always consistently kind of stay neutral, so they don't get too good, so you can't go back and say, that was the best era ever. They always kind of stay neutral to keep stringing you along. That's what wrestling kind of does. But, I don't know. You just get tired of it.
I don't know. I mean, it's really starting to get on my nerves, yeah.
Kind of like a bad MTV music video. It just gets on your nerves.
Well, like The Miz, formerly of MTV, which they shove down our throats every time he's on. Oh, he was on The Real World. Yeah, we know.
I'm excited because he's going to have an ABC Family Christmas movie coming out.
Oh, no.
He's filming it now. It's going to be great. He falls in love with somebody or something.
That's the other problem. WWE films. Have they made anything good? No. I mean, See No Evil was borderline, but everything else has just been complete trash.
They've been straight to the Walmart bin, pretty much. And that new one, though, with Halle Berry, that might be redeeming, quality, but that's about it. No,
put it this way. I have 2 friends that have, let's just say that a movie that I would rate as a 2, they will view as a 4 out of 5 stars. So,
okay,
they even said it was bad. When they think something is bad, it's buried under the dirt. It's very bad. So, and then the Leprechaun series, they're remaking it with Hornswoggle as the Leprechaun. You have got to be kidding me. Warwick Davis should just show up and kill him.
He still could do it.
I hope.
It's frustrating.
The Chaperone, you and Petrie had to sit through that. I was not a part of that.
Some of our movies are better than that. I mean, I think I get more laughs out of our garbage than that. That's horrendous.
And Lifetime at least has some good laughs in a serious movie, where their serious movies are just bad.
Lifetime, man, they get into it.
Oh, they do.
I really like Lifetime. Hallmark's a good Sunday morning thing to watch, too, because you start watching those love movies, like, oh, that's nice.
That's not what my life is like at all, but
exactly.
It's nice.
It's nice to think that I could be like that. Yeah, so, WWE, I don't even have the patience anymore. I don't even watch the damn show. There's too many shows.
You read the results and you just go, huh? What? How does this make sense?
I don't even know who's on the roster anymore. Like, people were telling me these names. I'm like, who?
I remember, and it was like, I can't remember who it was. It was a pretty, they became like a main eventer, and I told you who they were, and you were like, I have no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah, who is this? People were telling me names. I'm like,
You know what's bad, though? Whenever they repackage someone's gimmick, and I have to go back 3 gimmicks and tell you who they were just so you know who I'm talking about. Like, remember Ryback? I didn't know who Ryback was for the longest time until I realized he was Skip Sheffield and Ryan Reeves.
Yeah. I told you that one. See, I was right.
Well, my problem was I got that Tolliver guy and Skip Sheffield so confused because they were both big, bald, and muscular, and I had no idea.
Wasn't Skip Sheffield like a cowboy or something?
I'm not really sure. He kind of looked like the one... Do you remember the one episode of To Catch a Predator when the cowboy showed up and he didn't have any sleeves and he had the red shirt on? That's who he kind of looked like.
Oh, that's on later, too. We got to watch it.
Oh, yeah, it is. All right.
That's our Sunday nights. Oh, Christ. But, yeah, WWE, over the years, to me, I would love to go back, like, from WWE from 2002 and back. That's where it was like, I could get into it. But other than that,
Yeah, there were still parts of it that I'd be like, yes, all the way up until, 2012. No, I just sit there and I'm like, this is just awful. Why is this match 30 seconds long?
So painful.
Like, it's like you have a 3-hour show. Why is there only a 7-minute match?
I know.
Like, stretch it out. I don't need to see a bunch of squash matches every week. Don't have the same match from SmackDown on Raw just because no one bothered to watch SmackDown because you idiots moved it to Friday nights.
It's like, WWE, stop it.
It's pretty much our theme for this one. WWE, stop it.